Good day, Mom. My name is Trisha Tawan, and I am the first reporter about the topic of reader response criticism. So, when we say response, it is a reaction of the meaning of the text. It allows reader to interpret the text and to bring personality traits. So when we say reader response criticism, it is simply a reader's response to the literary text of which they were reading. So here's the guidelines when you apply about the reader response criticism in your analysis. So you should, number one, identify the author, title, and date of the context. You should also identify the intended audience and purpose of text. And number three, summarize the key points, provide thesis statement. So, in reader response criticism, I have an example here, The Lion King. So, and the other example will be given to the other reporters, which is Miss General Fernando and Miss Christine Tilasa.
Reader's response criticism focuses on the reader's personal activities or response to a literary works. An example would be interpreting a poem based on how individual readers emotionally connect with the verses, emphasizing subjective reactions or over authorial intent of traditional analysis. And reader's response criticism, for example, in a reader response criticism of The Lion King, one of the reader might emphasize how the films or themes of responsibility and self-discovering resonate with their personal experiences, highlighting how Simba's journey mirrors their own growth. Another reader may focus on how emotional impact of the case since as Mufasa's death and discuss how the moments elected strong reaction of Simba and shape their interpretation of the narrative. Reader response criticism allows for diverse perspective as individuals bring their unique background and emotions to their understanding films. That is the reader response criticism.
So, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Christine Joy Tilasa for the continuation of our report about reader response criticism. I'm going to discuss the example of reader response criticism. So, for example, in Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley's Frankenstein 1818, the monster doesn't exist, so to speak, until the reader reads Frankenstein and reanimates it to life, becoming a co-creator of the text. Thus, the purpose of the reading response is examining, explaining, and defending your personal reaction to a text. So, another example of a reader response is a paper, an essay, an analysis, or a critic about a piece of writing such as short story, a novel, or a poem. Okay. So the reader response criticism, it is obviously about your reaction or your response after you read a novel or a text or a story like that. Okay. So according to Richard Beach in a teacher's introduction to reader response theories, the reader response is categorized into 5 types. So the first one is a textual, the second one is experiential, the third one is psychological, the fourth one is social, and the last one is a cultural. So most importantly, reader response shows us a student has read and thought about the text, and response allows us to help our students read authentically, interacting with text. So response demonstrates how readers make meaning from what they read and whether they are truly engaged in what they are reading. So that's all. Thank you.